Welcome to the Happy Yuppie podcast. Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the Happy Yuppie podcast. My name is Mighty Rasing, and this is the podcast dedicated to helping you pursue your calling, engage the world, and sustain your life. So, fourth episode na natin to, ano? And I have a good news for you. So, kung napansin niyo, our episode goes out on a Wednesday 2 times a month. At ito yung good news ko sa inyo. Beginning March, we are going to release episodes once a week. Yes, you heard that right. We will have one episode per week. Kasi I believe that podcasting is on the rise and this is one big way para matulungan natin yung mga young professionals na Filipinos improve their career and deal with, whatever yuppie issues that you may be facing. So, if you haven't done so already, please check out our podcast page at thehappyyuppie.com. Ulitin ko yan, thehappyyuppie.com. And yuppie is spelled as YUPPIE.com. So, that's thehappyyuppie.com. And if you find this podcast helpful or if you enjoy our episodes, I would really appreciate it if you could leave an honest feedback and an honest rating. Syempre, if it's a 5 stars, diba? I'll be very happy. So please go to pinoyyuppie.com/iTunes to leave an honest feedback. So that way, more people will be able to discover the Happy Yuppie podcast. And you can also subscribe via iTunes or via RSS feed. And you can also download our episodes and load it manually to your phone or to your MP3 player. So I really encourage you to listen to podcasts while traveling. Siyempre, matraffic sa Maynila ngayon. While waiting in line somewhere. Or if you're just killing time. And in this episode, we'll talk about what most or maybe all of us are guilty of. Especially, meron ng Facebook ngayon where you can keep track of the lives of your friends, diba? Ito yung we compare ourselves with our classmates and our friends who are doing great sa kanilang career or sa kanilang buhay. So our guest for today, who is Ace Gapuz, started doing that. And oh boy, it was a difficult journey for her. So we'll talk about this process of comparing yourself with others and also the importance of investing on yourself. So, without further ado, let's transition to the interview. Ace, thank you for gracing this interview.
Yes, thank you very much po for inviting me.
So, Ace, siguro, just for the benefit of our listener, what are you doing right now?
Oh, right now I'm a full-time student. I'm taking my MBA and I do part-time businesses on the side. That's it.
Oh, so MBA full-time tapos
Yes.
part-time businesses. Businesses in the plural.
Yes, businesses plural because marami siya eh. Little things. So I do buy and sell, I do the food business, I do kung ano man pagkakakitaan natin dyan, let's do it.
I like that spirit. So, can you tell me a little bit about your MBA? What made you decide na mag-MBA ka?
Right, MBA. Okay. It was not planned. It's not part of my to-do list in life. What led me to MBA was my office mate. Right? Office mate ko sa first job namin. It was, how do I say it? Gusto lang niyang mag-MBA because we got lost in life. Pareho kami. And then, I was more lost than he was. And he was from UP also, in college. And sabi niya, why don't we try this? It's cheap lang. The test is cheap lang. Why don't we try this? If we get in, let's decide from there. If we don't, di tuloy natin tong pagka-lost natin, then let's figure out life. Well, okay. So what happened was, sige na nga, nagkayayaan lang. Kayayaan lang kami. Primarily because we got lost in life. We wanted something more. Yun.
Siguro I can relate kasi back in, when I was 25, I also got lost. And so, guess what? Anong ginawa ko? Nag-enroll din ako sa master's school. But in my case, I enrolled sa master in communication. So in your case, it's business, no?
It's business because it's what I think I'm good at. I wanted yung mga comm din because I'm sabi nila, oh, I'm ano daw sa com. But, well, business kasi, it's something that you can do anywhere. The principles, you can apply it in whatever industry you decide to go to. Say, you decide to go to, mga com, ganyan. You apply the principles you learn in business also. The business kasi is very versatile. That's why I wanted it. Yun.
Yeah. Siguro lang, since you're in business and you're doing several businesses ngayon, what's your college background?
My college background, I graduated management in Ateneo. It's, I'm an average student. Not really, the pinaka nasa top ones. Yeah, not really. I'm a B plus student lang. I'm not an A student. But what sets me apart, I guess, is my super passion and drive to achieve whatever I want. Yun siya.
Well, that's pretty nice. I mean, I wasn't really an A-lister too. So, and besides, when I was in college, gusto kong lumipat sa communications or in writing actually. Pero ito, siguro pagdating sa background mo, since it's management, no, so malapit-lapit din sa business. When you graduated, did you really sit down and plan and just, identify kung ano yung mga gusto mong mangyari?
Okay. Can I tell a story? Short lang.
Sige, sure.
Before I graduated, there's a silent retreat offered by the school. It's lang voluntary, not naman hindi siya obligatory na gawin. So I joined the silent retreat. It's a 5-day silent retreat somewhere in Baguio. And it's where I spent thinking about things. What to do after graduation, what to do if things don't go this way, ganyan. It's where I started thinking about what to do in life. The silent retreat before graduation. Pero, things don't always go as planned.
Well, I think since you've had, several experience na sa work, yeah, that happens. So, pagdating dito sa silent retreat, what happened there? I mean, what made you decide na, okay, I'm gonna sit down and write about my plans and what I want out of life?
What made me decide? Well, number one, graduate na ako. I was so idealistic. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to touch every life I meet. Ganun level. As in, I was so, positive that things will be super bongga for me because, ganun naman tayo eh. Pag bata ka, you have so much excitement to, contribute to the world. Ganyan. Especially if the training is like that. You have to help the poor. You have to be men and women for others. It's what drove me to be very plano ko ganito gagawin natin after grad. We have to be yun siya.
Right after graduation, how did you get your first job?
I got my first job because I spent my OJT there. Summer of my junior year, I had to have an OJT because it was required for a class. And since may class din ako ng summer, the only way para makapag-OJT ako is the OJT half day. And walang company who allowed half day OJTs save for this company. Then, sabi ko, dito na lang ako. Right? And then, okay, doon ako nag-OJT, graduated na, ganyan. Before graduating, tinawagan na ako ng HR nila. You might want to apply here na lang. Continue mo na lang yung project mo before. And then I said yes. Of course. Siyempre, pag graduate ka, sino ba namang ayaw sa work, di ba? Everyone wants it. Everyone goes to job fairs. Everyone's crazy submitting resumes. So, okay, sabi ko, sige po. And, syempre, yabang ko pa nun, may trabaho na ako. You know what I mean? Ayun, that's how I landed my first job.
So, ito lang how about siguro, I'm gonna ask a little bit about the salary and stuff. Did you negotiate with it or inantay mo na sila mag-set?
Okay. About the salary kasi, well, sige. In college, we have a placement office. The placement office gave us advice dun sa range ng salary ng first job. As in, pag first job mo, what is the range of salary?
So, how much is that?
The placement office gave us a 15 to 25 range.
Okay.
Average yon. And that's what I based when I negotiated. But honestly, nakakatawa ako nung negotiate ako. Actually, hindi nga siya negotiate Hindi siya negotiate. When the HR of this company, yung company na pinag-workan ko, when they asked me, oh, magkano bang asking mo? Sabi ko, kayo po ma'am.
Talaga?
Well, I didn't know eh. I didn't know, parang what you wanted lang, what your goal was, what my goal was when I graduated was just to get a job. Kasi it's what the traditional way is. Get a job that pays well. And I didn't know what pays well meant. Because, well, all my life, nakadepende ako sa allowance from parents. And whenever I needed money, mama, daddy, I need money na, ganyan. And you didn't know what is parang a good amount that's good enough to survive for yourself. Na yung hindi ka nahihingi, hindi ka wala, I didn't know talaga. So how did I negotiate? No, I did not negotiate.
Siguro that's a common not strategy maybe, or maybe we could say a common mistake among new grads, no?
Common mistake. I would say it's a mistake.
Okay.
Well, may lang kasi is, sana mas alam ko siya sooner, na sana first, on the get-go pa lang, na-set ko na yung tone na, if you say kasi na, I don't know it's like you're telling, I don't know how much I'm worth
Yeah.
So, sana, na-set ko na noon pa, this is my asking. Kung hindi niya bibigay yan, okay, na-find another company. Yan.
So, medyo may konting yabang no?
Well, you have to have that You can't just, let the company, ito lang yung kaya namin. Take it or leave it. No Kasi, you have to make them feel na you're giving them something that is beneficial to them. Very, very beneficial to them. That's why they have to give you also something that's very, very beneficial for you.
I mean, I think that's just pretty fair, no? Kasi they expect you to give something to the company. And a lot of times, no, they can be demanding. So, you might as well demand something in return, di ba?
Also, kasi, the malasakit that you can give, that you know you can give, it's priceless. Make them feel that what you're offering them, what they're giving you is this lang. Make them feel that they're getting so much more. Ganon.
Yeah, I think that's a fair advice, and I think that should be something that our new grads should listen to. And sabi mo, you spent 2.5 years sa company. What made you decide to stay? I think for a first job, and for a lot of young people na kakagraduate lang ngayon, that's a pretty long time to be in one company right after college. What made you decide na I'm gonna stay here for this long?
Right. Number one really is the team regardless of how difficult or how stressful the requirements of the job is, if you have a good team, if you have people who can you can work with very well, okay lang. It's very manageable. It will be manageable for you. That's the first one, the team talaga, the people you work with. Number two is, well, I just think na regardless of the situation, there's a lot to learn about it. There's a lot to learn from it. And, it's up to you kasi if yung mga temporary setbacks na yan, everything has, lahat ng jobs, they have it. If you would decide to give up agad just because, my boss is like this, my workmate is like this, the management is like this, my salary is like this. If yung mga maliliit na bagay na yan, mag-decide ka agad na, ayoko na. I think this is not the company for me. I don't think na, you can, kumbaga, squeeze all the juice that you can from that experience. With me kasi, what I wanted was, I wanted to, as in, gusto ko siyang pigain. Gusto kong pigain yung experience. What can I learn from this? Okay, my salary is not as high as what my peers get. My workmates are not as matalino, as motivated, as driven as the teammates of my peers, but in every situation there's a lot to learn. So yun yung goal ko, and yun yung principle ko. That's why I stayed. I stayed talaga.
Were you ever tempted na, say, after less than a year or maybe before the 2 years was up, meron ka bang temptation to jump ship, like, I give up, ayoko na, I want a higher salary and stuff?
Oh naman, who doesn't? Who doesn't want a higher salary if you're an employee, di ba? Well, the temptations are always there. But every time I think about it, na magsasubmit ako sa ganitong company. I will be interviewed. Ganito. But at the end of the day, ano ba? What do you want? And if you still don't know what you want, ako what I did lang, I didn't know what I want. So I stayed where I am. I stayed where I was. And take things from there. Kung hindi ka pa sigurado dito sa ginagawa mo, bakit mo siya gustong gawin? Why do you want to change jobs, for example? Kasi gusto ko ng higher salary. Do you really want that na? Ayaw mo na ba talaga dito? Is this worth throwing away na talaga and shift to the new one? Well, it's a lot of contemplating also.
Did you ever compare yourself with, say, your peers? Kasi, di ba, when you get together for coffee or maybe, when you go out on Friday nights or weekends, ganyan, did you ever compare yourself?
Oh my, all the time. All the time. Can't help it eh. Even if you have, kahit super inflated ang ego mo na hindi, you cannot help it eh. Lalo if, nung college kayo, ganito lang tayo, kumakain tayo dyan sa Pares, sa ganito. Tapos ngayon, may sarili silang sasakyan. Tapos ngayon, may sarili silang mga ganitong investment. They're buying this, they're having this. Ikaw wala. It's not, your friends or your peers don't brag about it naman. You don't ask, how much do you earn? Ganito.
Oh, yeah.
No eh.
Siyempre, that's a no-no, di ba?
Right. You don't do that. But, I compare myself talaga. Kasi, you see the things that other people have na ikaw wala, na you can actually have also. Tapos you just think about it. Anong ginagawa nila that I'm not doing? And then, ayan na, start na yan ang frustration. Kasi there will always be people na mas okay talagang standing sa'yo eh. And meron din naman na hindi. Right? But, wala. Ganon. It's inevitable.
Or maybe it's also an expression na you have other untapped potentials na you know that you can still push yourself or give yourself this or that given a certain amount of skills na pwede mo pang i-explore or something that you could give. So I think it's a natural process. And I mean, even now, no, I'm 31 na and I still compare myself to my peers sometimes. Kasi most of my friends and college classmates are now lawyers, and those of us who did not decide to become lawyers are scattered all over. So ayun. But at least yung work mo was really yung college course mo was related to your first job, no?
It was because what I tell people nga anong ginagawa niyo sa management? Well, we manage. So,
of course.
Yeah. And siguro na rin siya. Management kasi is versatile nga. That's why whichever field you decide to go to, you can use it. Yun. Siguro sa business it's easy lang kasi yun na yun eh. You get a little bit of all the business fields. You say little bit of finance, marketing, whatever. You get a little bit of that in management. But it's applicable naman to whichever field you choose. I wanted nga. So, mag-artistic. So.
Oh, well. pero ito, Ace, why did you resign from your first job?
Okay. Primarily because I had to go to grad school.
Okay.
And I believe that grad school, MBA kasi will open more doors for me. And yun nga speaking of the comparison thing, no, I felt na my market value was declining. Kasi, yun na, it came to a point na the growth was on, kumbaga sa parts of the story, ay falling action na siya. Yun. It came to that point na, when I realized that it was, I was in that point, kumbaga from crest to trough na ako, approaching trough na, I looked for something more.
Okay.
Right? That's why, sige, let's go full-time grad school. Okay, let's see. Wala eh. If I can't find it in the corporate world, why don't we try to go sa academe again? And then, discover more doors.
Okay.
And explore more opportunities.
So you're a full-time student?
I am a full-time student ngayon. Full-time student because a lot of my time is spent as a student.
Okay.
But yun nga, part-time pa rin para ma-sustain.
That's right. So that's what I was about to ask then.
Right.
Parang, how do you sustain yourself then? Your needs and some luho, some gimmicks and stuff,
Yeah. Much of it right now, to be honest, much of it, Like, for example, my tuition is paid by my parents pa rin.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
you have supportive parents.
yes. Buti naman. Yeah. I do part-time jobs for companies. Like, I
Okay.
have this part-time job in a startup company.
Exciting.
Yeah. I do PR for this startup company. And, ayun, you just have to, syempre, it's part-time. So, the allowance that you get or the salary that you get is part-time also.
Well, yeah, ganun talaga.
Ayan. Oh, yun lang. Things that I do to get by. I can't really have a lot. Wala.
But how long is the MBA program?
The MBA program for full-time is 1.5 years. Yun. So, hopefully I'll be done na by the end of the year or by first quarter of next year.
So you mentioned then kanina that you have some businesses right now. So how did you stumble into setting up your own business?
Oh, okay. Pwede ba magkwento dito?
Go ahead. Feel free.
Right. I did not set it up talaga. It was a franchise.
Okay.
I stumbled upon it months after graduation. I was working na. And I saw this office mate of mine reading Entrepreneur magazine. Okay? And then, sabi ko, uy, pahiram naman yan. Wala lang, kasi wala na akong magawa. So, basa ako. And then I saw this ad. Oh, merong special promo itong company na to. Franchise siya. Siomai food cart. It's for 58,000 only. Where, ang normal price niya is 180, 190. So, sabi ko, wow, mura to 60,000 lang. Ganyan. Months after graduation to So, I didn't have a lot. I didn't have money nga, actually. Wala ako.
Pero you were working na.
I was working na.
Okay.
I was working na. But, well, syempre, galing kang college, dami mong time, and then nag-work ka, wala ka ng time.
Yeah.
So, sabi ko, I want to have my own business. I want to have something that, hindi ako tataliin ng 8 to 5. Kahit taliin niya ako ng 8 to 8, okay lang. Basta I'm not working for other people.
Okay.
Yun yung gusto ko nun. So, itong ad na to in the magazine, I told my parents about it. Sabi ko, I want this. But I don't have money. So, frustrating kasi wala na naman akong pera, di ba? Frustrating. Okay. And then, ayaw nila. Sabi nila, ano ba naman tong batang to? Hindi, ilang buwan ka pala nagtatrabaho, ayaw mo na agad. So, but I was insistent.
Okay.
I want this. Kaya ko to. And, well, siguro nag-give in na rin sila. So, they bought it for me. It was my parents' money. Okay?
Pero at least it took some convincing, no? On your part?
Yeah. It took a lot of convincing. As in, it took a lot of kulit. Of, everyday talaga. Oh, ano lang yan, 60,000 lang yan, blah, blah, blah.
Persistence based, no?
Nako. In my case, yes.
Yeah. Man, and I guess I would just like to commend your parents because they're supportive, and I think ito kasi sa previous generation, which is the generation of our parents, they are used to, say for example, pagka-graduate, they apply to a work, and that's where they're going to retire eventually,
Yeah,
di ba?
yeah.
And in our generation, that's just not the case kasi we have more choices. There are so many companies that are starting up, so many multinationals to apply from, and now I think nagkakaroon ng business boom sa Philippines. Like, I mean, people like yourself, na mga young people are trying to find money to buy their own business. In your case, you found it in your parents' pockets, which is really good, by the way.
Yeah. Oo. It was from them. Oo. Pero, well, I had whatever I could contribute.
Okay.
Siguro ganun na lang yung naging arrangement namin before. Whatever I can contribute, yun na lang yung na-contribute ko because I really wanted it, but I had no money to buy it.
Yeah, and I think that's siguro lalong-lalo na for new graduates, no? Tapos you really want something, and you know that you want something. I think kailangan mo nung jumping board. Kasi totoo lang kasi kumbaga you're a fledgling member of the workforce.
Right.
So like what you said, wala ka pa namang masyadong sweldo. So for a new graduate na wala namang business, nag-work lang, and say for example you're making anywhere between 15,000 to 25,000. Tapos sabihin na natin you're not able to save up a lot of money, and 60,000 in 6 months, tapos you're making
That's
that kind
a
of
lot,
money,
eh.
that's
That's a
so
lot.
difficult to save up for that. And I think if kumbaga parang if you have someone who can who can lend you some wings, kumbaga.
Yeah.
And I think that's a pretty good way to take off.
Yeah,
Diba?
but well, my take naman on that is, well, I would consider myself lucky na rin eh. Kasi not everyone will have
That kind of parent.
those wings.
Yeah, that's
Not
right.
everyone.
That's right. Yeah.
And ako sa totoo lang, kung hindi ako naging makulit, my parents won't allow me. They train me like that then. If you want something, work hard for it.
Yeah.
Ganun sila. But I was insistent lang talaga. I was so lost na. As in, ay, nako, kakatawa na ako nun. Hindi ko na alam kung anong gagawin ko. Umiiyak na ako sa office.
Really? Dumating ka sa stage na yun?
It was that worse. It was that, ay, nako, nakakatawa.
Sige, wait, before we go to that, kasi gusto ko lang mag-comment, yung persistence really pays off. And I think that's a good training on your part sa home.
Right.
Kasi iba rin yung tipong, if a child asks for something, tas bigay kagad yung parents, feeling ko kulang ng buy-in eh. Kulang ng, alam mo yan, yung kulang ng, I've worked hard for this, I'm gonna prove to my parents na tama yung decision ko, di ba?
Right. Yeah.
There's
Oh
that
my gosh.
pressure.
Sobra ako na pressure.
Di ba?
Sobra ako na pressure. I was doing everything I can because, kasi, well, when you start a business, you have a lot of outlays. You have a lot of spending, kumbaga, to stabilize it. Ay, nako, grabe. Sobra ako na-pressure that time. Kasi, sila na nga yung nagkapital. Tapos, ano nang gagawin ko? Kailangan kumita na to. Ay, na-pressure ako ng sobra.
Well, I guess maybe that's another good episode maybe in a future post dito sa podcast. Yeah, so siguro going back dun sa work experience mo kasi sabi mo kanina you're a little bit lost and I think siguro there's this thing that people call the quarter-life crisis.
Right.
And I know for a fact na ako I went through that when I was between 25 to 27 I think.
Yeah.
And ayun na nga ano nangyari? I mean, what were your thought processes? Ano yung mga naiisip mo noon? Ano yung mga pinagagagawa mo yun? And how did you cope? So, siguro, what were happening sa'yo during that time?
Quarter-life crisis. My quarter-life crisis started when nabaliw na ako kaka-compare sarili ko eh. Everyone was having this. Everyone can do this. Everyone can buy this. Everyone can have this.
Can you give a concrete example?
Everyone can have it but me. Concrete example. Okay. My college batchmates, a year after working, they were posting photos na sa Facebook. Oh, by the way, this is another topic, ha? Maybe you can explore this, the effect of social media. Just
Yeah, actually, definitely. And halimbawa na, it's very natural for us to compare ourselves to friends and peers, but Facebook just magnifies it like what, 1,000 times?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, yun na nga eh. Okay. So after college, the only way naman talaga that you can communicate constantly with the people you were with in college is through Facebook. Okay? And whatever they post on Facebook is the things that you think about them. For example, I post that I have this car na. Oh my gosh, sobrang yaman mo na. You get my point. Okay?
Yeah.
But well, sige, mag-stick na lang tayo doon. My quarter life frustrations started when I saw my peers posting, ay, nadala niya yung family niya sa ganito. Oh, they were traveling here. Oh, they have a new car na. Oh, meron siyang bagong award sa ganitong company. Oh, meron siyang ganito. They were having a lot. As in, oh my God, they're having the things that I wanted to have pero wala. Pero hindi ko magawa. Bakit? So, parang, when I was made aware of my limitations, ayun na. Doon nag-start ang quarter life frustrations ko. And I was thinking lang talaga, kino-convince ko sarili ko, you don't have to compare yourself. Kasi kanya-kanya naman yan eh. Everything will happen. Kanya-kanyang pace yan. Some people have it really fast. Some people have it slow. Ganyan-ganyan. But you'll get there. But I'm impatient eh. I'm very impatient. If I can have it right away, why not? If I can do something so I can have it right away, why not? I was so impatient. That's why, kahit sabihin ko sa sarili ko na, you'll have your own time, everything will be okay in the end, all is well, I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot. As in, I was so impatient talaga. So, haha. What I did, I consulted mga books. Oh, what to do, Quarterlife, guys, mga articles sa Thought Catalog. As in, ay nako, nakakabaliw. Nakakabaliw ako. Articles sa Thought Catalog, articles sa Elite Daily, sa relevant.com. Ay, nakakabaliw. Para lang ma-convince yung sarili ko, you know, you're not alone. It's everyone goes through that. Everyone goes through it uniquely. Maybe ganito yung iniisip mo, ganyan. Some people deal with it this way, pero ako, I dealt with it thinking about it every day.
Every day?
Ay, baliw ako.
Teka lang. So, every day for how long? How long did you have to struggle with this?
Oh my gosh. Year?
A year?
Siguro more than a year. 1 year after working kasi I see na the people, having this, having that. Ako wala. I am very impatient talaga. Yun.
So, eventually, anong ginawa mo? Just to, alam mo yun, kasi parang dumating ka dun sa stage na medyo you realize you have a lot of frustrations, di ba? So, how did you decide on what to do next?
It was a leap of faith. I didn't know what to do. It was a leap of faith. I just trusted my instinct. Start anew. Grad school tayo, let's pataasin natin market value natin and take it from there. Wala I didn't know what to do eh. Yun.
So in a sense, parang you went back and invested in yourself again.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah, yun na lang din. Yun na lang din ang gagawin ko ngayon. Actually right now, you know, I'm still in that process na still figuring out what I really want to do. But I'm taking confidence na lang na I'm doing something about it. I'm not totally stagnating. Nag-iisip lang ako what to do, which was what I did before. Ganun ako. What to do. Hanggang mabaliw ako sa frustration.
Well, siguro that's another thing din. Minsan kasi sa kaiisip, nakakabaliw talaga yun eh.
Nabaliw talaga ako. That's why, you know, when I decided na, sige, let's mag-MBA na lang tayo. Then let's take it from there.
Okay.
Ayan, natuto akong kumalma. But I'm still very impatient.
Okay. So, siguro, another thing din. Kasi, for example, sa work kasi, you have your, in a sense, what I call your enforced social life, di ba? Kasi you have office mates, sometimes you eat lunch together, sometimes you eat dinner together, sometimes, I don't know, maybe sometimes you go out with some na naging close ka. And then, with grad school, I think ang isang value ng grad school is for you to extend your tentacles, your social tentacles. Kumbaga parang you expand your network din eh.
Yeah.
So, how's that working for you right now?
It's super okay because now kasi in MBA, it's not all business people. My blockmates are diverse fields. They come from diverse fields. Some come from the production, yung iba communication, yung iba talagang business naman, yung iba tourism, sciences, iba-iba. I learn a lot from them. And ang ganda niya kasi I meet this blockmate, he's a former ganito and he introduces us to his friends na ganito so you really expand your network. So totoo lang. That's what I appreciate about grad school more than the, you know, ang dami mo naman talaga natututunan, right? About life. About life. But you also open more opportunities. So, ganun. I take it from there na lang.
So yun, given where you are right now, any last words, pieces of advice that you could give to new graduates now who are just about to look for their jobs?
Right. Okay, new graduates. New graduates kasi, they're so idealistic eh. They think they can change the world right away. You know? Siguro what I can say to new graduates based on what based on my own lang, my personal experience lang. Relax lang. Don't compare yourself too much. Kasi it's inevitable. You will always compare yourself with your peers, but you know, I've gone through it also. A lot of my peers are more successful than I am. Pero nung college, I had higher grades than they had. Relax lang. Trust the process of life. And if there are opportunities that you know you can grab it. And as early as when you graduate, know what you want na. Well, if you can't, let life take you there. Ganon.
I think that's a good advice. At least know what you want. Or hindi mo man na-discover
Know
pa
what
yung
you enjoy.
Yun.
Know what you enjoy. If what you enjoy is not really bringing you money yet, gawin mo lang siya. Yeah.
So it's like pursuing your passion, but also, well, make sure na hindi ka naman magugutom.
Oo naman, grabe naman.
Diba?
Find naman something that, the world will pay for.
Tama, diba? So, ayan, Ace, thank you so much. Siguro, my last question is for you. After grad school, what's your plan?
Oh, after grad school, if I were to go to a corporate job again, I cannot have the 8 to 5 job na. I would, okay lang sa akin mag-corporate, but siguro consultant.
Okay.
Something that's not tied up to the regular office hours. Yon. And of course, still continue, have my own business, have something that I can be proud of and I can call my own. Yon. Business, sarili kong business talaga.
Okay.
Plus, if corporate, because it pays well, corporate, consultant lang.
All right. So again, thank you so much, Ace, for agreeing for this interview, and I'm definitely going to highlight yung mga major lessons that you highlighted.
Thank you so much for listening to the Happy Yuppie podcast. And again, this is our 4th episode. I would really love to hear from you. If you have any suggestions or reactions, please get in touch with me. You can connect with me via Facebook. Just look for Pinoy Yuppie. Again, Yuppie is spelled Yuppie. And you can also follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Pinoy Yuppie. And then you can also send me an email, mighty, that's MIGHTY, at pinoyyuppie.com. So thanks for joining me in this week's episode. For our show notes, puntahan lang ninyo ang pinoyyuppie.com/004. I will be uploading all the show notes there, mga nabanggit na the lessons and the highlights of our episode for today. So again, thank you for joining me at the Happy Yuppie podcasts. And this is the podcast dedicated to helping you pursue your calling, engage the world, and sustain your life. And I'm your host, Mikey Racing. Let's see each other again next week.